Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Neca A Nightmare on Elm Street, Fred Krueger. Now, of course, if you haven't seen my other review, this is the other version of Freddy in the Neca line. The other, of course, being the standard burnt Freddy, which is right here. I'll already have a review of this guy up. If you haven't seen it, check the bottom box, and there'll be a link to that review there. But as you can see, this is a very I don't know, I don't want to say a plain figure, but it's a very, strange figure. Strange being that, when the movie trailer first showed up, there was a lot of, rumors about Freddy maybe being innocent in this version of the story. I haven't seen the film, I can't say. But, as you can see down here, his only other accessory is his, an alternate hand, which comes with, like, a little garden trowel, which may be the inspiration for Freddy's glove. So I gotta say, signs seem to be pointing to him not being innocent. Of course, you can see the picture of Freddy in the background. Over here, a dark, shadowy outline of him. Over here, a picture of Freddy that says, "I guess," and then "dream" at the bottom. Just kind of random graffiti. Strangely enough, he has the exact same back of the box as the burnt Freddy does. Same picture of the other figure. Of course, same little spiel at the bottom that says, "A group of suburban teenagers share one common bond. They are all being stalked by Freddy Krueger, a horribly disfigured killer who hunts them in their dreams. As long as they stay awake, they can protect one another, but when they sleep, there is no escape." So, I'm very much looking forward to this figure. So that being said, let's pull him out of packaging. And here we have Fred Krueger out of packaging. Now, as I said with Freddy, I believe they used the same lower body section, the same legs and all. Yeah, it looks pretty much like they did. I actually go as far in saying, with the exception of a very thick piece of plastic for the coat, they probably used the same upper torso as well, which they're supposed to be the same person, so it's not a big deal at all. I'm just saying, I didn't realize that when I was looking at them in packaging. Neca did a very good job of concealing that. So, on to Fred Krueger. Now, get a full 360 of him. Like I said, there's a very thick, rubber coat on him, and, that hinders some of the arm articulation, but it's not completely terrible. I mean, you've still got the full range as you normally would. Full 360 at both. Arms go out to about here. Wrist joint's a little hindered, but it's still there. Also, you've got the standard ankle joint and the ball-jointed Jackie Earl Haley or Fred Krueger head. There's actually some pretty nice detail on it. Oops. Like I was talking about the ankle joints, you gotta make sure they're just right or they'll fall over. Of course, here you have Fred's interchangeable hand with his garden trowel, which I'm assuming will be the basis for the glove in the film. Like I said, with the Freddy and his glove being bent, the garden trowel's a little warped as well. Once again, it's a softer plastic, but it's not terrible. Of course, changing the mounts a lot easier than I thought it'd be. You can see it's just a simple peg up in there. Just reach in. The way you have to peg it in, sometimes you kind of bend the garden trowel a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. Oops. As you can see, though, it's kind of difficult to make sure it's on there really good. So, and there you have Fred Krueger holding his garden trowel. His other hand can just chill over here. Now let's go into detail on this guy. That's a very nice face sculpt. Of course, very realistic. Neca always amazes me with detail. Of course, you can see the detail on the garden trowel. No blood or anything like that on it. I've got to say, if there's some crazy twist and Freddy does end up being innocent, it'll be kind of strange to just have a gardening Freddy Krueger figure, but once again, signs point to him not being innocent. So, I really like this guy. Now, I can't imagine anybody would pick this guy up without also picking up Freddy here, so let's get a comparison of them. Both these guys, like I said, they're running you about $14, $15 depending on what store you get them in. I love Freddy. I love Fred Krueger. Of course, if you're getting Fred, you've obviously probably already got Freddy. But both fantastic figures, both must-haves if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube. One more thing really quick. It just kind of popped into my head that some people might be wondering this. Because I found myself wondering it. Could you take off Freddy Krueger's hat and put it on the regular Fred Krueger figure? Yes and no, it'll stay, but it looks kind of awkward there on his head, just due to the way his hair is. You know, it kind of really sits on top of his hair, it doesn't really fit on his head. So that was just something I was curious about, but figured some people would want to know about that. But that being said, once again, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.